welcome to another DHG Industry stream. My name is Derek G, and I will be your host with the most... Now, give me a second, I'm trying to get situated here. And, of course, it's loading. This is a character I started, no mod, like a week or so ago. It's been a week or less. I've just been really busy, so I don't remember exactly when I started this. And in fact, I think it's been what's today, the 4th? I think it's been 3 days. It's just been a really long couple of weeks. Anyway, I was trying to let my friend know that I'm on and streaming through my phone while I talk to you guys. My stupid thing was being weird. Okay. Right. I was able to just message her. So yeah, no mods, and I have some Creation Club stuff, but
Now, excuse me.
Not a huge ton. Now I went and did the paper thing. I've done some building at Sanctuary. I came out here mainly to recruit Sheffield and to get the.
Heard about that settlement? Confident?
What's that, Mom?
Nice.
Okay. Okay.
Advice? Never call your mother a simp unless she really is one.
Yeah, I let them lick the plate out here too before I put it in the sink. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was telling the guys, that Shasta is a really good combination of Pepsi and Coke, to me anyway. You know, it's got carbonation and flavor and everything, but it's not over-carbonated like Coke is. Anyway. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm out of gum. Don't worry, I'm going to get more gum tomorrow. Yeah. Later. So what we're doing is, actually we're doing a Creation Club thing right now. It's called Holiday Spirits, obviously. We have to go to Fallon's department store and find packages, as it says there in the description. Don't remember how. There we go. And basically, once we do that, it unlocks a bunch of different things, like, you know, a reindeer head thing for dog meat, a Santa suit for the character you're playing, various decor items that you can put in your I want to say camp because I'm used to playing Fallout 76, into your settlement. You know, just lots of little things that, you know, I love Christmas lights. Like, colored lights in general. I like colored lights, and so what I want to do is go get the packages and do the mission so that I can put colored lights in on my build when I get to doing my my ultimate build. Thank you. Dr. Forsyth. That's new. Stim packs, antibiotics, thermometer, test tubes. Huh. Killed by a wild mongrel. Alright. Sometimes I see these buildings in this game, you know, because I've been playing this game on and off forever, and I think to myself, you know, it would be great if you could just build there. And that's one of the things I'm looking forward to. Creation Club's going to get an update here pretty quick. And by the end of the month, I think, from what I'm reading on their thing, I should be able to get up there, but I can't. And because they're celebrating the second anniversary of Creation Club, and I'm one of those people that I actually do buy Creation Club items. I haven't bought every single one of them, of course, because I don't really need the fancy weapons that I'm not going to use or anything like that. But I buy stuff that I think are interesting. Like I got the t-shirts. My only niggle about the t-shirts is that you can't wear armor with them. Which it would have been nice if you could. I mean, seriously? Whoa. Well, time to... What is with that glow up there? Okay. Actually, I should probably go for the body. No fight today. Hi, Mr. Take your stuff. Wow. Okay, there was a huge fight. At least I'm not the one that had to deal with the damn serpent mutant. Suicider. Hey, how you doing, Marie? Alright. Now we gotta get far enough away that I won't get randomly attacked. But yeah, what I was... pardon me. What I was saying about the Creation Club is that I get things from it, and I really like the stuff that I've gotten. I love building, so I've mainly bought things like the arcade set, Slocum's Joe, because of the... originally, because of the building items, and then, of course, they updated... or included... some stuff in one of the other Creation Club things that allowed you to have like brick walls and modern doors and windows and stuff. So, hello, Eleanor.
I buy and sell. Just put up everything you got and let's see if we can make a deal.
Let's
see what
do
you
this. Yes. Okay. So let's see. Chinese officer sword. Anything? Plasma pistol. That's interesting. Combat rifle. Ooh, combat shotgun. Really? I need that, and I need that, and let's see. That. You got a ton of ammo there. Alright. So I need 45 and shotgun shells. So 45 shotgun shells. Sell that. Sell that, because I'm not going to use it now that I have the other thing. Sell that. Nah. Yeah, can you not hear me? Hold on, let me test my mic. Hello, hello? Okay. According to this, everything's fine. Hello? Hello?
What's up?
Not what's up with you?
Good, man. I saw your stream, and are you new to this game or something like shit, or something like that?
No. I've had it since launch.
Is it like a new playthrough you're doing?
Yeah, I'm just doing a new playthrough. I set it
That was
to...
static behind your mic, by the way.
Hmm?
You know your mic has static, right? In
Probably.
The background?
It probably does. Because I've got a fan blowing on me.
Oh, okay. That's the thing. I tells your mic staticking. It sucks you have nobody watching you. I'm watching you right now. But
Well, you
I saw
know,
your stream.
people come in and out, you know, and I do it for fun. I don't do it for follows or for money or anything. So.
Yeah.
I'm disabled, so I don't have much else to do. So I just, you know, make my own fun.
Cool. I'm only talking to you because I have nobody to talk to, and Fallout's kind of boring. Because you have like nobody to talk to, really.
I don't know. It could be age, because I sound younger than I am, and so
How
I grew
old
up. I'm 39. So, but
Are you serious?
yeah, I'm 39. I was born in 1980, and so
You're just fucking joking.
So I grew up playing single player games and, you know, what they now call couch co-op, where you sit down with two controllers and play with a friend and stuff like that. But I mainly ended up playing by myself a lot because the neighborhood I grew up in didn't have a lot of gamers in it. So I was either reading or playing video games.
When I was born, I didn't really have nothing to do because I'm adopted.
Yeah.
Because when because my mom died back when I was born, my dad died like after.
Yeah.
But I grew up playing games when I was like 3. And I've been growing up playing games all my life.
You sound like you're like 12.
I'm fucking 12. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. You sound like you're like 12. So,
I'm not fucking 12.
how old are you?
I'm 15.
Okay.
And you sound like you're fucking 20.
Yeah, but, you know.
How, are you actually serious or actually dirty, or are you just fucking joking?
I'm 39. I'll be 40 in May
Here?
of next year. I sound young because I'm transgender, and
Oh,
so
okay,
yeah, and so my voice hasn't fully adjusted. It might not ever sound lower than it is now, for all I know. So.
Bro, that's fucking sad, bro. When you're on a job interview, when you go into a job and they notice you probably are good.
I've actually met people that have higher voices than me that were born male, so... In fact, I was friends with a guy named Bryn who had a higher voice than I do, even after puberty was over.
The person.
It happens.
Yeah. I'm just doing some builds. I'm just looking for somebody to, cause I have a lot of builds I do, but I don't know which one I should do.
Are you talking about character builds, or are you talking about like buildings?
Yeah, like character builds.
Oh, that's personal preference.
I have a whole folder of every build in every game. Fallout 1, 2, pretty much every single one.
Well, my personal build that I always do it this way. I always start off with high charisma so that I can max it out right away.
No. I mean like build, not like a whole folder of builds. Build.
Oh, you just broke up, bro.
I'm good. Am I good?
You are now, but you broke up right in the middle of a word, so I have no idea what you meant by builds.
I mean, like, I have a lot of, my
Uh-oh.
builds. I have 69 builds. I have, like, do you know, like, builds, not like, I have, like outlaw build, horror build, all that stuff.
Okay. I just build as needed, and the way that I and for the way I play.
Want me to tell you all of them?
Not especially.
I'll tell you all. Titan build, Chainsaw Blade build, Widow build, Insane Stats build, Evelyn build, and the Area 51 build, Simmons build, horror build,
He better not be on my bed.
Tycoon build, Crazy build, Explosive,
There he is.
Autumn Cats build, Stalker build, King build, Mechanist, Funky, Doctor build, Samurai build, Cryo build, Beef build, Gun build, Yuka Girl build, Sense build, Radiation build.
Okay.
A bunch of DLCs. Either the
Yeah.
build and Operator build. That's the end of that one. And Max, yeah, I know Mad Max's. Mad Max. And the Operator build, Forcer build, Joker build, Overseer, Vault Tech build, Railroad Heavy build, Feature build, pretty much a God build, kind of. Like.
Well, I tend to do a charismatic, smart, lucky build at first. To start with.
Should I do should I do my X?
Thank you. It's like I can finally think straight.
I just want to trade a few things.
Yeah, you broke up again.
Shit.
It might be my internet, it might be your internet. I have no idea.
Wait, where do you live in right now? You live in state or country?
I live in Sacramento, California.
I gave up alcohol after settling down here.
Oh, I live in Germany.
Shot my liver.
You live where?
Germany.
Germany. Okay. That could be why we're having trouble.
Probably. How far are you? I don't have a fucking map with me, because I don't know how far that is.
From Germany? Quite a way.
Okay,
Quite a
should
way.
I use my XP build?
It's up to you. I mean, I don't dictate builds to anybody because it's a personal preference item. Like, I'm only level I think level 7 right now. Yeah, almost 8. And I've done most of what I've done is sunk points into charisma and then 1 into Grennet and 1 into what do you call it? Idiot Savant. Because I'm building my character to be a smooth talking, lucky, smart build.
Okay, should I just pick a random build then?
Yeah, just go ahead and do whatever will make you happy with it.
Okay. I still can't believe you're fucking 39, he said.
Yeah, 39, turning 40.
You really sound like you're fucking 15.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Do people like, are people suspicious about you sometimes?
Not from what I've been able to, guess anyway. I mean, they haven't sounded uncomfortable or anything. I've had to tell people that I'm trans more often than I would like to, but that's just because people get confused by my voice and how young I sound, and then I start talking about things that people that I sound like the age of shouldn't be talking about, and it throws people off. So,
Hey.
Yeah.
like, car insurance and politics.
Yeah. Talk about that.
Yeah.
What I don't like about like our world is like we're because like all of us. Like money's controlling everybody. That's why I don't like I'm fucking papers controlling everybody.
Well, we've had some kind of commerce, trading, selling, buying things since the dawn of man. The only thing that has changed is what we trade for goods and services. So instead of like hunters trading meat or spears or arrows that they made or whatever, they trade bits of paper and coin. But even now, it's more electronic than it is physical anymore. So what we're actually doing is trading little bits of code that says this is how much this money is. So it is what it is.
Yeah, but like it's controlling people though. That fucking sucks.
That's a major opinion because it controls you up to a certain point.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's up to you to decide how much or how little you want to make, how much and how little you want to work, what kind of lifestyle you want to live with it, all that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You got cut off again.
Hello? Hello?
You're here. I just you get cut off, a word or something every once in a while.
At that point.
So.
At that point, I wasn't even talking.
It sounded like you said "oh" or something, and like you were about to say something. So, but you got cut off.
Okay. Yeah, I did say "oh," but I didn't get cut off. I just like stopped. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay.
Your stream has a delay, you know that, right?
Yeah, it always has a delay because it's going through YouTube.
Yeah.
And there's always like I think it's up to like a 30-second delay.
Yeah.
But it's the only streaming service. I signed up for Twitch, but Twitch doesn't save your streams for very long, unless you want to back them up on YouTube. And if I'm going to back them up on YouTube anyway, why don't I, I was thinking to myself, why don't I just stream through YouTube? So, I use my Twitch to watch things like the Borderlands streamers and stuff like that. Oh, are you getting Borderlands 3?
Deluxe edition.
You got the Super Deluxe edition?
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
like other people buying for my stuff. I don't like that. I really don't. Do you have Borderlands Handsome Collector Edition?
Yeah, I've got that, and I've got the digital copy of the Game of the Year edition of Borderlands 1.
You wanna play something?
Yeah, sure. I don't play pre-sequel, just warning you. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like play sequel. I speedrun the game because I have a world record on Borderlands 2.
I think... oh, hold on. That's my phone. And I'm back. Some
Dude, you talk
robocall.
about politics and shit like that, pretty much.
Yeah, well, when people bring it up with me anyway, I keep myself informed so that I know what I'm talking about, at least, from my perspective, and everything.
Know something? Fallout 4 is fucking free.
For what?
You can download the game from PlayStation. It's on PlayStation. What the fuck? Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
I'm getting a point. Oh, really? Well, you can download free PS4 games on PlayStation now. I think you can download PS.
They're not technically free. If you don't keep paying for PlayStation Now, you won't have access to them anymore.
But I had access to them. I did have access to them.
Yeah,
no,
but
because I didn't. No, because they weren't loading, and I don't have.
Yeah, you got you.
They were.
I didn't hear anything.
No, okay. What I said is my storage. When they're not okay. When you get a game from there and it's in your storage, you keep it pretty much.
If you stop paying, it's just like with PS Plus, okay? If you stop paying for the service, they lock down any games that you bought with the service, or got for free, I should say. So you might be able to keep access to it while it's still loaded on your system. I don't know. I've never done Now, but I've done Plus before. I have Plus now.
Yeah.
But the minute you delete it or something goes wrong and corrupts, and you have to try to reinstall or whatever, you're screwed.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, but it's just the service. I mean, Fallout 4 is not expensive nowadays to go and get for used.
I think it's like probably $15 right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not super expensive. It's not cheap, but it's not super expensive either. I mean, I just got for $25 at my local GameStop. Of course, States is different than like overseas, but for $25 I got Titan Quest, Middle Earth Shadow of War, and something else that I can't remember off the top of my head right now because I've had a lot of stuff going on right now. I got those for $25 during the Labor Day sale that they had here. And and I also got a $50 PlayStation card because I sold my Switch. I'm not rich. I sold my Switch because I don't use it, and so I was like, okay, I'll just get rid of this and I'll use the money for something else that I'm actually going to use.
Yeah. I use the Switch. I have one and I use it. I use it for like for helping me like spell shit in English because I'm not good at spelling shit in English because I'm really used to spelling shit in German.
Yeah. My last name is from Germany. I should say my old last name, my father's
What's your
name.
name?
Eckerd.
What's your... Wait, a lot of people make fun of me because I'm German. You wanna know why?
Why?
Because Nazis, they always make fun of me. I don't know what though.
I don't get
But
that because I understand the mentality of it, you know, because a lot of people saw the German people either going along with the Third Reich or not standing up to them. But there were a ton of German freedom fighters. There were a ton of people in the underground trying to get people out of Nazi Germany, and so I don't get the mentality of I mean, don't get me wrong, your president, the one that let all the refugees in, she needs to like wake up and smell the fact that you guys need to stop just randomly bringing refugees in because it's causing a lot of like violence and problems in Germany. But
yeah, the best part. Now the bill for where I live right now in the city I live is Borska. That's the city I live in. Next fucking $22.
Okay, $22 for Fallout? Gas. Okay.
Like, I know like a long time to be like pretty like $20, but in our city, like what?
We pay. I paid $20 for gas the other day, but it was $3 and I think 59 cents a gallon.
In the 90s, I think money used to be like $2 and something cents, or maybe $4, and houses used to be like $12, like no, 12,000 for houses.
Yeah, but that could be just natural inflation over time.
Yeah. It costs like really shit like that. Okay, I'm not gonna wait for you because you guys wanna play something this year. Like Borderlands.
Well, I'm not gonna be playing Borderlands tonight because I already told my Twitter people and my friend that I was gonna be playing this tonight.
Okay, what are you playing?
Fallout.
Well, what are you gonna do with your friend?
Oh, she just comes on and watches me. She doesn't like first-person shooters at all. So she gets on and we talk while I play, and we just chill. She lives in Canada.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is she like a new friend or is she like a old friend?
I think we've been friends for about a year now. We were acquaintances before that, because of a mutual friend. But yeah, we've been pretty much friends for at least a year. So.
How old is she?
In her 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't tend to have a lot of friends that are younger than me, mainly because the things that we do. I know, but the things that we do and the things that are important to us are different.
Yeah.
So, like this one kid I was kind of semi trying to be friends with. He constantly wanted me to play what he wanted to play, and he didn't want to just chit chat with each other while we were playing separate games and stuff. So.
I don't really care about like if I chit chat with somebody because I mean like it might At least you're still talking.
Yeah.
At least you still have a friend to talk to.
Well, yeah, I got a few friends. I only got one that lives here in town though. Though I haven't gone over to see her in a while because she's been sick.
Rest
But
in peace.
well, she's got cerebral palsy and she
Oh, that gotta fucking suck.
yeah, she's got cerebral palsy. She's had it in her entire life, and recently
From a baby?
from a baby on, she's been,
Oh.
and
How did
but
you
she's
get it? Did you
awesome.
get it from like a mom or some shit?
Well, cerebral palsy is a thing that your brain doesn't process things properly. You end up with spasms and muscle problems and
Oh, okay.
stuff like that. It's not a disease. So
Are you gonna be on tomorrow?
yeah, I'm on just about every day. If I'm not, then I usually tell people on Twitter. And if I'm not gonna be on tomorrow, I will
Every day.
message you and let you know.
Yeah. I want to see your friend.
What are these images you're sending me?
I'm a.
Ah, your Borderlands stuff. Holy crap. You play a lot of games, huh?
Yeah, did you know how long that took me? That took me like 2 years. Like seriously, cause I need to beat the story like probably like 16 times.
Yeah.
I need to beat it on the unlimited bot hunter mode, true bot hunter mode. I need all of that.
I'm not even close to being maxed out. Not even close. I think I'm level... I have a Siren, and I think she's level, like, what? 30, 40-ish? Somewhere around there?
What sucks is, now the level cap is now 80.
Yeah, the level cap's 80, but, they
Still
also...
continue.
But yeah, but you
Now-
play through normal Vault Hunter mode, and then you can get True Vault Hunter mode, and that increases the difficulty and the XP and stuff. And so it plus they've got like the Digistruct arena and all the other stuff to help level you up.
And you want to know what I'm going to do with every character I have? I'll need to beat every DLC.
Yeah, I've done that for the only Borderlands game that I have not played and beat is
Get Borderlands
pre-sequel.
1. Get Borderlands 1. Borderlands 1.
I got that on 360 when it first released and played that and all the DLC and everything.
Yeah, I love the game. You can get Game of the
Yeah, I've got the
What?
digital Game of the Year edition
Ooh, okay, after you.
for PS4, and then I've got the Handsome Jack collection. And I also have Tales of the Borderlands.
Whoa. I just noticed you have platinum as well. For some
Yeah.
reason, people cannot see my achievement.
I don't know. Hold on, let me go. Yeah, and Dying Light and a few other things. Yeah, I haven't beat Days Gone yet. I'm working on it. No, Kingdom Hearts I borrowed from the library and did not like it. So. Yes I did. Oh, wow. I cannot send you a friend request because you either have too many friends or too many pending friend requests. Because I was gonna send you a friend request so that we could play Borderlands or something together.
I was unfriend somebody. It's good. No, I'm nice. No, okay. Why have so much friend requests and I'm nice? And the max friend is like 1.6k. Yeah, 1.6k. This is max friend.
I don't know.
I'm not like one of those people that's really mean and is like not accept the friend request.
I try to make friends everywhere I go, Like, I was talking to this guy at the wireless store. You know, I went to get my cell phone and everything, and him and his boyfriend play video games, and I was like, "Do you play, Fallout 76?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Cool, maybe we can hook up as a group and go play." And he's like, "Sure, yeah." And he gave me his player tag. He gave me his boyfriend's player tag, and then they have never once played 76, and they've never once tried to play games with me. And I'm just like, if you're going to be friends, give somebody your account information to try to play with each other, be honest about it. If you don't want to play, don't say something. That's what I did with the super young. Well, to me, super young. He was like 12, but this kid who played Warframe, and he also played Fortnite and Apex Legends a lot.
Oh, I fucking hate Fortnite.
And I never touched it. It's not my thing. I'm not a huge PvP person. I'm not. But like,
I like the art now. The game's fucking dumb.
76. I've kind of like, I'm waiting for the Wastelanders DLC to see if it improves the game, because right now I've been mainly playing solo, and I'm kind of stuck because most of the stuff I've got to do for in-game now requires a team of people to do. What's that?
Mad Max.
Mad Max. That was the one that I bought for hard copy. That was the third one I bought. Thank you, King Ice.
Mad Max movie.
Yeah, Mad Max is awesome.
Yeah, I love them.
I freaking did everything that I could in that game.
Have you watched the movies?
Yes. Well, two of them.
I watched everything.
I watched the original one, and with Mel Gibson and Thunderdome.
Rogue is the best one to me.
Which one?
The series Road Warrior.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love that one so much. I hope they make a new one.
Yes, I play 76 King Ice.
You know they were going to do a TV show? You know that?
Of what, Mad Max?
Yeah. But the guy that was in the contract.
Okay. You cut out, so I don't know. No, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm not an Xbox person. I am a PS4 person.
Yeah, I don't like Xbox.
Well, I would have gotten an Xbox One had my friend not convinced me to get a PlayStation. Because he convinced me that the PlayStation 4 is more powerful, which it is. But nowadays, when he and I talk about it, he's pissed because if I had stayed with Xbox, all of the games that I had would have been backwards compatible, and yeah. So yeah, I get that a lot, King. I'm talking to you and talking to somebody in chat.
You in the game chat?
No, in the chat on my stream.
Is it my sister? You want to fuck or something?
No, there's a guy named King Ice talking to me in the chat on the thing, so I was explaining why I'm randomly saying things that have nothing to do with you. Well, according to a lot of the developers and stuff, they're working on crossplay. Yeah. The problem becomes, and this is going to continue to happen in the future, if they enable crossplay with PC and all the consoles, and I know most people don't call a Switch a console, but it technically is. If they enable crossplay, then it is the hardware and the exclusives that will make it hit or miss on whether or not a console sells and makes the money. And most companies right now are scared of what that would mean in the future for their company and their profits. Because, unfortunately, for-profit companies have to show profit increases every single year. That's just the way it works.
And what sucks is on Xbox One, worrying about like the that they should have fixed the loading, because like in the parties it takes so long to load.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, Wolfenstein, the new Colossus. I speedrun that game.
I borrowed it from the library. I like it, though.
Wait, you need a game from the library?
Yeah, you can borrow games from the library here, and in Canada.
Huh?
Pretty cool, huh?
What do you have?
It allows you to like try games before you go out and buy them. It's freaking awesome.
But like, can you just take the games? I know some people take the fucking games. I know somebody's gonna do that.
Actually, if you take the game and you don't return it, they will fine you so that and you can't go to the library. You can't go back to the library, and in some cases, they can send collectors after you.
Collectors?
Yeah, like companies that will call and harass you and track you down for the money.
Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minutemen.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
If that's true,
It
In
depends.
prison.
Well, I don't think you'd end up in prison. I just think that you'd end up in well, it depends. If you did it for like thousands of dollars, it's technically grand theft, and technically you could go to prison. But I've never heard of that ever happening. Because even if you were to borrow like a handful of video games, that none of that would accumulate. You can also borrow DVDs from the library and music CDs.
I don't think we've done.
What kind of
Who are these people?
music do you have? Like
Just folks looking for a new home,
old rap?
a fresh start.
I mainly like EDM
Look good for a while, but
and 80s synth pop is what they used to call it back then. Like Oingo Boingo and Duran Duran and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like the Lone Wanderer.
Marcy and June.
Yeah, I like that too. That most of the new stuff I don't like. Anything past like the early 2000s is not something that I listen to. Because most of the time they're whining about shit that is like, and I just don't like it. I don't like the sound. I don't like the lyrics, and most of the time the lyrics are repetitive and not very well thought out. I mean, I used to listen to boy bands, and that's just just as bad. But like, I can't stand it anymore. So.
One good idea.
I don't even listen to boy bands anymore. I used to in high school. Of course, that's back in the 90s. So,
Old school.
the era of Britney Spears
When
and
did you watch
NSYNC.
the Mad Max movies? Were you even surprised I watched
Just left behind a seriously
them?
sweet
Kind
good.
of surprised.
We're talking a full
Not really, because
series.
when I was growing up, my mom let me watch, just about anything, as long as I had parental supervision or some kind of adult supervision while I watched it. So I watched everything from Nightmare on Elm Street to Mad Max to E.T., whatever. I watched whatever I wanted growing up. And she even let me pretend like I was getting away with staying up until after midnight to watch the Elvira
Wait, you watched
stuff.
Elvira?
Yeah. In fact, I used to watch the reruns and stuff from her old like 70s and 80s show at night
You dig?
when I was a kid.
Fucking
I know, right? You can get stuff like she's got a new show,
There's one hit.
I believe.
yeah. Do you know Infinite Warfare?
Probably been dry for 100 years. It
I've
can
heard
be
of it.
powered up again.
In
We're a bit stuck.
Zombie, have your own character.
All I heard was
Okay, and-
Infinite Warfare Zombies' own character.
Yeah, Elvira's in it.
Cool.
She's in one of the maps.
I found this. I found this place online. Can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It's because I follow this Halloween horror movie thing on Twitter. I think it's called iHorror, and they were talking about this place called Candy something. It's a website online. They make specialty T-shirts of things like Poltergeist, Elvira, Evil Dead, stuff like that. Hold on a second. My mom needs to talk to me.
Your mommy?
New guy. Hello?
Hello? Oh, yeah, he's on talking to you.
New guy. Hello?
Yeah, give me a five.
New guy. Hello?
Oh,
Anyway,
Can
because
you say mommy?
yeah, my mom. I live with my mom because we're both disabled. Hold on a second.
Hello?
Oh, okay.
Anybody in there?
Oh, it's Santa Claus. That's actually really sad though. You're not making fun of that shit. Pretty much make fun of anything. Really.
Hello.
Anybody in there?
Actually,
Hello,
I
you see you guys are both disabled?
Well, all right.
Yeah, I recently became disabled about 5 years ago,
Power
roughly.
armor and grab that minigun, those raiders will know they picked the wrong
Ow.
fight. Good luck.
My dog is.
Hey, you guys see you tomorrow? I need to go. I need some work for my streaming, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, ahead. Go ahead. It's
I
fine.
don't really like telling my friends about my stream because I want new people to join. I want new people. I want like new people to go and stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You go do your
Okay,
thing.
have
You
a
go
good
be
day.
you.
Yeah, and then be you too. Have a good day, bro.
Yeah, night.
Bye bye.
Alright. Hello, Carice. Sorry, I didn't say hello right away. A lot of people, different people talking to me. So, I had a kid in my party, in the chat party. I don't know if you guys could hear him or not. And we were talking. I say kid. He says he's 15. I don't know. He sounds younger, but then again, so do I. And then my mom was out here talking to me and the whole 9 yards. So it was a thing. It was a thing.
Bingo.
Time to sit down next to creepy old Mama Murphy.
Careful, kid. There's something coming.
Ma'am,
You're not what I expected dog meat would find in that little neighborhood. But oh, so much better.
Hello. Hello, Ducky.
he's a good dog. Smart, too.
Oh, indeed. Dog meat's good at finding folks who need him. And he'll stick by you now. I saw it.
I have my own dog wanting to love up on me.
You saw it?
It's the chems, kid. They give old Mama Murphy the sight. Been that way for as long as I can remember.
That's incredible.
I can see a bit of what was and what will be, and even what is right now. And right now, I can see there's something coming, drawn by the noise and the chaos. And it is angry.
What is it? Mama Murphy, I need more, please.
I see. Oh, it's horrible, kid. Claws and teeth and horns. The very face of death itself. That's all I can manage. That's all. I need to rest now.
Normally when I put mods on this, I make sure to put on this one mod that makes her look less creepy. But since I'm playing a non-modded game, doesn't mean I'm not using Creation Club, of course, but since I'm playing a non-modded game very hard, I can't make her not look creepy.
Nice.
So I kind of hope, and I'm this is a blank hope, because I don't ever think this is going to be a thing. But I kind of hope that in the next Elder Scrolls, Elder Scrolls 6, and in the next Fallout game, Fallout 5, not 76, that they do co-op, not multiplayer, co-op, either online co-op or couch co-op. Couch co-op would probably be hard, but online co-op, like Dying Light, that would be awesome. Because, even if they just limit it to 2 people, it would be cool. Because then we could play with our friends. And that's what I really wanted, and then we got 76.
Personal log. United States Army Staff Sergeant Michael Daly. This past Saturday, October 23rd, while en route to West Stockbridge, a vertibird crashed into the roof of this museum. Cause, EMP following nuclear detonation. Several, in fact. From the intel I've gathered, after that, Flaherty and Galloway were shot by some scared, desperate survivors. Then Brzezinski took off running. Haven't seen him since. Now, it's my turn to go AWOL, if that concept even applies anymore. My armor's fusion core is burned out, so I guess my soldering days are done. I'm heading to Boston, on foot, to see if my sister survived all this. She's got an apartment on Boylston Street. This is Mike Daly, signing out. Good luck. And God bless America. Or what's left of it.
Aiming right at him. There we go. Come on. Time to switch. And I also have to get ready to do some quick adjusting. Medics, Sentinel, Jet. fucking shit. I just wasted all that jet time in reloading. Come on! Fucking hate those damn things. Okay. Oops. I hit the wrong button just as I came back out.
Hey. Over here. Hey.
Thank you, Dogmeat. Hello, Ducky. Well, get up here. Get up here. Come on. There's nothing wrong with you staying up here and just laying and chilling with me.
Take it easy, Mama. You okay?
I'm fine, Hudson.
Stop fussing.
Quit fussing.
Oh, quit fussing.
Excuse me.
That was a pretty amazing display. I'm just glad you're on our side.
You guys gonna be okay now?
Yeah, for a while anyway. We can at least move someplace. Listen, when we first met, you said you were glad to help. Well, you did. And we owe you our lives. So here. It ain't much, but it's the best way I can say thank you.
I didn't do it for money.
Hey, sorry. I'm used to everyone being in it only for themselves. You know, you remind me of my friends. The other Minutemen. The ones who gave their lives for something bigger than themselves. You should come with us to Sanctuary. We could use the help.
All right, Garvey. I'm in.
Oh, that's wonderful.
My destiny?
You're a man out of time, out of hope. But all's not lost. I can
I knew it.
fight and even great.
Brad. I've been to done.
Look,
Mm-hmm.
No, Mama Murphy, we talked about this. That junk. It's gonna kill you.
shush, Preston. We're all gonna die eventually. We're gonna need the site. And our new friend here, he's gonna need it too. Now let's get going. Sanctuary awaits.
All right, folks. Thanks to our friend here, it's safe to move out. We're heading for that place Mama Murphy knows about. Sanctuary. It's not far.
She knows about it? You mean she had one of her visions while she was stoned out of her gourd? And now you want us to just head out on another wild goose chase based on no better plan than Mama Murphy thought?
It can hardly
Hold
turn out
on,
any
hold on.
worse than...
Everybody just take it easy. We're all in this together, right? So, Marcy, you got a better idea of what we should do next? Anybody? Well then, sanctuary it is. Let's just hope it lives up to its name.
Come on, June. It's time to go.
Oh, okay.
Man, loading times on my PC for this game are insanely fast. But unfortunately, the controller tends to be wonky. It randomly decides not to communicate with my Xbox One controller because it's Bluetooth connected, and it hates me apparently. That's why I reinstalled Fallout 4 on my PlayStation so I'd be able to play it. I like messing with the sandbags. So please excuse me while I make a mess. Excuse me. God, like I can't wait for them to update the Creation Club because there's 2, maybe 3 things from the Creation Club that they have talked about that I really want to get, and excuse me, they're going to be coming out with custom vault suits, so you can customize the number, the colors, the fit. You can do like the old school Fallout 3 ones where they're a little bit baggier and bulkier, and you can do like the ones from Fallout 4, you know. And then they're coming out with new places for settlements, you know, new workshop locations, and they're coming out with this new side quest DLC from the Creation Club where you go to the Galaxy News radio building in the Capital Wasteland, and there's this whole thing with that I'm looking forward to. I know there's a huge amount of controversy around that piece of content, but I still want to play it. And considering the creators of the Capital Wasteland mod for Fallout 4 PC have verified on their Twitter that they didn't steal any content or anything like that from them, which I never quite got that, because mods inherently are for the most part are using intellectual property from Fallout or from Skyrim or whatever, but Bethesda, ZeniMax, whatever's property, and so it's just I don't get it.
Hopefully the rain lets up soon.
Hold up, y'all. I got a party invitation and hold on. Hello? Hello, hello? Hold on. Hey! There you are. What's up? I'm one of them. Not often. I jump around, but I do still stream Fallout 4. I also stream. What's up? Oh no, I was just saying I also stream 76 from time to time. Not lately. Okay. Which one? Which conversation? I covered quite a few topics while I was talking earlier, so. And this one currently, I think I'm level 8, but it's a new game. I platinumed the title already. I just decided to start over again. Yeah, 8. It's easier to platinum the game on very easy than it is in trying to do it in either mode, and expect to need to either do a lot of statues or a lot of like clinics and bars in your settlements to keep the settlements up to 100 in happiness in order to get the trophy for that. It sucks. It's like the hardest thing to do. But other than that, it's not so bad.
Just looking to trade a little.
Okay. I like my favorite weapon comes from the Nuka-Cola DLC. And I think yeah, Nuka World. And it's I believe you said the splatter gun, right? That's the yeah, it's an OP weapon as hell, yeah, but it's also super expensive to get, so you actually have to work at it. So okay. See, I start from the beginning all over again every single time I play, so
You want my 2 caps? We should keep moving. Don't want to be pinned down when the raiders come.
yeah, well. You're close to the end game again? Okay. Dude, I kill him. Yeah, like you can actually in Diamond City you can actually kill Kyle, and the Diamond City guard will actually praise you for it. I just kill him. I'm like, the hell with it. It's experience. You don't get in trouble for it, and you know, You're already gonna loot the body, so you might as well, you know.
Get a place to call home. What do you think?
Yeah. I used to like living here. Before the war.
What do you mean? Before what war? Are you saying...
I lived here over 200 years ago. I was frozen or something.
Okay.
Most of it.
Do you play
A
76?
while ago.
Damn.
Okay.
Like one of those old pre-war ghouls.
I was
you were
playing
frozen.
until recently when they completely foobarred the game with their the last update with the dungeons and everything.
My son. Somebody took him away while I was still trapped. I've been looking for him.
Damn. Sorry. I hope you find him. Let me know if there's any way I can help. Anyway, I am glad you're here.
You broke up. I don't know what I'm supposed to think.
Sure. I've had word from a settlement asking for help. There's still hope in
Yeah, I
there,
can
Minutemen
now.
out there. Somewhere. The only chance to start rebuilding the Minutemen is to show people that they can count on us when they
In
need
4 or
us. The trouble
76?
is, I've got my hands full here. Do you think you could go help out with the settlement?
Well, if you're gonna build for high endurance and high agility, I'd go for and high strength. I'd go for melee. If you're not gonna put all the points into those, then I'd go for you know,
The Minutemen
just
could use more
regular
people like
gun
you.
toting
By the way, if
vault
you
dweller.
want to help out around here at all, talk to Sturgis.
Because you need a high endurance, high strength, and high agility. Because sometimes you'll get things that move really fast, and you're gonna want to use VATS. I don't know. I don't do melee builds. So, my friend told me about the stats that you need for melee build because he does occasionally do melee builds, and that's the only reason I know about the stats you need to build up for it.
Do some work. I'd be glad to help.
I like to
Tell me what you need.
to shoot from a
Starters,
distance,
you could use some real bears.
and
Sleeping on the ground for too long.
yeah.
Just make sure we
So
can
I
sleep
tend to
with the roof
focus
over
on like
our heads.
charisma, luck,
Some of these old houses still look solid enough to do the trick.
intelligence, and
There's a
agility.
workbench over there you can use. Give me a holler if you need
Depending on what level, how far in I am for things. So, like right now, I've got max charisma, and if I don't respond, it's usually because I don't hear what you said. No. No, I think we're breaking up because either my internet or your internet. Or both. It can be both. Want to make sure that everybody's got a job before I go anywhere, because since I'm not using mods, I can't put a little radio. I use this little radio mod in my modded games to make everybody happy, so I don't have to worry about showing up and saving their asses all the time. And I like being able to build. I like the settler mechanic in general a little, but it's so frustrating. Yeah, I figured. Where is Codsworth? Yeah, I'm trying to find Codsworth. There he is.
Mr. Miles, welcome back, sir.
I named my character Miles O'Reilly.
Uh-huh.
I named my character Miles O'Reilly.
Can't have enough of those these days. I realize that I'm...
Because I wanted to be goofy, and the character's got the backpack, and the patch on the backpack is Riley's Rangers. So, like,
Yeah,
no.
Lead the way, sir. Off to worry that...
Yeah, our internet's bad. Our internet's bad. I can right now. I couldn't before. And now you... Okay. Hello? You're down again. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I need to find... Yeah, you keep breaking up. It's not bad, but it's not... It's like... I won't be able to hear you, and then suddenly you'll say, I can hear me now, and you'll break up a little bit, and then nothing, and then... Yeah, it's... Yeah. Okay. Have fun. I'm gonna lead the party. Alright. And there we go. Greeny card. And where is... Of course.
One of these houses would be a good place to set up some beds.
I just want to trade a few things.
What's up?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go and pick up a bed and put it back down. I know Mama Murphy was trying to talk to me. No. There we go.
Sturgis.
I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now is a reliable source of clean water.
I'm on it. Clean water coming up.
Great. I feel better already, knowing we have a reliable supply of clean water. I hope you don't mind if we're gonna set...
I'll start planting right away.
Good deal.
Sturgis.
Well, this place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food, I think we can really make a go of this. Trouble is, the more we establish ourselves here, the more of it. What we need is...
Right. I'm on it.
Ah, thanks. It'll make everyone feel more secure here.
Sturgis.
Thanks for doing that. We'll all sleep better at night knowing we have some defenses set up. It's been a long road.
I was glad to help.
Well, I appreciate it. Windows, too.
Uh-huh.
Where's the dog? Right, he probably went back over to Red Rocket. Hold on. You know, I moved those bodies to the side of the road, and they're back in the middle of the road. So I'm just gonna leave them there. There you are.
Hey, boy. Come on, boy. It's time to go.
I think that after I'm done streaming for tonight, or maybe in a little while, since I'm feeling better than I was earlier today, that I might start a new Fallout 4 game in very hard mode, modded. That way I can just goof around and not have to struggle, you know? There. No, 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 no. Bo-na-na-na. Hold on. Oh, wrong one. Wrong party. Wrong party. Pardon me. There we go. Hello. Hello. So I gave myself mild food poisoning. I'm feeling better, but an hour or two ago it was not so much. So, okay, I went to the dollar store before I went to the to Firestone yesterday, and I bought some soda and a couple of snack things. Nothing that needed to be refrigerated. I got these 4. They're basically snack or whatever in a can. They're canned tuna fish salad and crackers with a little plastic spoon. Never had a problem with it before. Okay, I ate 3 of the 4. Mom ate 1 of them, and we both ended up with food poisoning. And that's the only thing that we both ate that we haven't eaten recently that could have given us the problem, because we both had mac and cheese with bacon bits, but we've never had a reaction to that before, ever, and we've eaten that on and off for months now. But for some reason, these things gave us this. And Mom had a reaction before I did because I've been running around and doing all sorts of other things and being stressed out. And I'm also exposed to, a lot of more illnesses and stuff than she is. It's just like she usually gets sick with like colds and stuff sometimes before I do, because of the way things work with immune systems and everything. But yeah, it's just... So I went on Twitter and I said, I will be streaming Fallout 4 today, but I gave myself mild food poisoning. Well, I said I gave the house mild food poisoning, and so I might have bathroom breaks. A lot of bathroom breaks. Just fair warning. You wouldn't care, but people viewing. I had a lot of people come in and view. I had a couple people friend me, actually. I got invited to a couple different chats, and we chatted for a while, but their internet, or my internet, both our internet suck. I don't know. They kept cutting out. Well, one of them said he was a 15-year-old kid from Germany, though he didn't sound German. He sounded, Canadian or American, because he barely had any accent at all. But then again, they wouldn't sound like most normal German people probably wouldn't sound like the goofy accents that we hear in movies and stuff that are really like hard German accents. They probably wouldn't sound like that anymore. But who knows, right? And he and I are going to make he and I made plans for tomorrow maybe to play Borderlands 2 together. Because the kid because you have to take everything with a grain of salt, because you know when you first meet people online especially. If everything he was talking about is true, he has spent years building up each kind of build for each kind of character for Borderlands 2. And he's built multiple different builds for Fallout 4 and stuff like that. The kid, it's crazy, but not in a bad way. Even when I was that age, I couldn't imagine putting that kind of dedication into just video games. You know, because I like to read way too much. Well, no, I finished reading up a story by one of my new favorite fan fiction authors. She's also an original story author, but I haven't read any of her original stuff yet. Her name's Kira Marcos, and she writes. I told her, I said, you write McShip, which is McKay and Shepard from Atlantis. Rodney and John together, so awesome. Anyway, she writes this stuff so good and so believable for the characters and everything that for her version of them is like Eric is Mine, the True Blood Eric and Sookie series that I constantly reread. It's like that. So I've been rereading her Atlantis fanfic, and she posted this new Harry Potter one, because she does that too, and I love her Harry Potter work too. She writes Harry Hermione, which is my favorite pairing. And she wrote this new one that I just finished reading, and now I've started on a couple of new ones that I joined a couple of Facebook groups. And the Harry Hermione one is very active, with people asking about fanfic, people posting new fanfics that they find or that they're writing, because there's a few authors that are part of the group, including Kara Marcos, and it's awesome. The other one that I joined is for Draco Harry, Drarry, that's what they call it, and those are just fun. I read the ones that aren't super taking themselves too seriously. I like not necessarily crack fix, but lighthearted, Draco Harry, because they're goofy. The way the scenarios and stuff that people come up with to get those two together, considering, is just awesome. I love the creativity. There's this one that I read over 10 years ago now that I can't find on the internet, and nobody's heard of it anymore. From what I can, I'm gonna try to ask in the group. I haven't done that yet, but there's this one Draco Harry one where they get together, because I think Harry realizes that Dumbledore is trying to manipulate him or whatever, and Draco starts helping him and being a good guy and everything, and so Harry becomes more independent and more gray than light or dark. And something about a bloodstone and the other Slytherins of their year use the bloodstone to make an oath to Harry, and it turns out that this whole thing was an elaborate plot by Voldemort through Draco to try to be reborn as a Potter, and Draco never implements it because he falls in love with Harry, and Harry knew for a long time. So when Draco finally confesses, he's like, I know, but I love you anyway. It's a great story, and it's a fairly long story. But I can't find it in because I used to, I still do. I save hard copies of stories from fanfiction.net and all over the internet, so that if the most horrible thing ever happens and I have no internet access at all, I have things I can read. I have things from Xena Warrior Princess to Glee to Harry Potter to Atlantis to Stargate to all sorts of things from TVs and movies, all sorts of fanfic. I've got downloaded and put away and backed up so that if the worst thing ever happens and I don't have the internet, I can still read and reread these stories, and I won't ever get bored. Because I'll always have something to read, and then it's just like I bought Amazon Kindle ebooks, and I have most of the things that I own as an ebook I also own as hardback. You know, just in case. I'm paranoid like that. Okay, so I'm gonna put this. Let me download this mod. And this mod. And this mod. We do all the downloading first, and I'm gonna go in there and have to, if they haven't already ordered themselves in the correct order, I'm gonna have to put them in order. Because if you don't correct the load order, it can fuck your game. Oh, mods for Fallout. Fallout 4. Fallout 76 you can't mod at the moment. No more hammering. No, I'm not going to put the stronger dog meat in because I am not going to use dog meat as a companion this time. I'm going to have, like, probably either Cat or Hancock as a partner this time. I'm going to take all the grass away, too. What are you playing tonight? Okay. Jackie checked up on me the other night on Facebook. She's like, "Yeah, I haven't talked to you in a while. How you doing?" I was like, "Doing fine, Jackie." You know, I guess Jack's not talking about me and stuff like that because he's not really getting on to talk. So I don't know. But I hung out with him not too long ago, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, you broke up. I can't hear you anymore. I'm not sure why. Oh, yeah, I'm here. But the whole point of getting the chair is because now you can get free rides on the bus and stuff, too. I know. But compared to you don't have a free ride on the bus, you know, or anything like that. He does. So I don't understand the. Yeah, so you can't always get out there. I understand. Yeah, it happens. A lot of things can be annoying. I'm having to do the order in here for where to put certain things. Like your shit don't stink. I know, just giving you a hard time. I'm getting followed by a lot of bots on Twitter. I'm gonna have to go through and like delete them or whatever off of my followers list. It's mainly bots for like Publishers Clearinghouse, because I follow Publishers Clearinghouse on Twitter, so that I know who wins and stuff, and freaking. So they get these scam accounts on there pretending to be the prize giver people, and I'm like, you guys are stupid. I know better than this. Hell, Publishers Clearinghouse themselves are constantly warning their people about it. Hey, individual members of the Publishers Clearinghouse people are not going to follow you on Twitter. Or what? Oh, okay. I'm starting a new game. Yeah, it's still on very hard, but it's also going to be
War never changes.
Modded, so it'll be a little bit easier to play, but still have a challenge.
Stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
Just trying to. Okay. Get what? Oh, right, I forgot.
New hairstyle.
Well, yeah, you will because it's going to be in episodes. So he'll only be able to play so far before it'll make him stop.
Nice.
You look as good as the day we met.
No, you guys will still go out and do things with the little one.
Hun, you think my nose is too big?
For where? For what?
Such a cute nose.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
Hello, handsome.
I mean, you know, or you could spend time with your family. I mean, that's true.
Looking good.
You love him anyway. Do that. Okay. Go here and we're gonna get a tan.
There's my strapping husband.
Copper. Copper.
Not bad. Not bad.
Back. Extras. Markings.
What's different about you?
What do you think, hon? Roguishly handsome or handsomely roguish?
I didn't get the option. They made me take biology. Said I didn't get the option. They made me take biology. I ended up dissecting a sheep's eyeball, for Christ's sake. Yeah. They did it to me in junior high. In high school, I don't remember what science I took. Shit. Oh, I took anthropology in high school. Oh. The study of society and ancient cultures sometimes too. Mostly, actually. They've been expanding. Like, there's a whole study going on about gang culture and stuff, and that's all done by anthropologists and sociologists. I wrote this paper for my class because we watched this documentary about Eskimos, and she wanted us to write a societal comparison, you know, compare American society with the Eskimos, and everybody was trying to compare the society to modern day. And I knew that wasn't going to work because of the society and home dynamics and stuff like that of the Eskimos. And so I compared it to idealistic utopia 1950s. And I did so well that the the teacher who was also a professor at the local university, she actually took me, because I wasn't able to go into the advanced track, she took me and made me her TA for the advanced class. Because I impressed her, I guess. She was not impressed with my parents, so that was funny. It was fun. Chemistry would have been fun too, but just because I was going to be learning reactions and you work with your hands. I mean, yeah, there's math to it, but you mostly just work with your hands and with the reactions of the different elements and everything. It would have been fun. What was that? Yeah. But the actual practical application, the experiments that you do, would have helped me learn the math, because I'm much better at math and stuff hands-on. So, like, money's not a problem. So, by being able to work with the chemicals and causing a reaction and studying that part, I would have gotten the math better, I hope.
My turn, big guy.
Sayonara. Green, aqua, or light green? I'm trying to decide between eye colors for a character, and I can't decide between light green or green aqua. Okay.
I think Sean has my eyes.
Thank you. No, the male character's already got baby blue. My favorite color is like a turquoise, but it's a lighter shade of turquoise. So green blue. Yeah, my cousin's oldest child just started junior high or middle school. Yeah, I'm just like, she like put that on Facebook today along with his pictures, and she's like, I normally like cry when I take my boys to their first day of school. She's like, but today I barely made it to the car before I broke down. I was like, and she's like, my son just started middle school today, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm not. No, my mom pointed out to me, I'm not getting old. He's just growing up.
Hey, Codsworth.
Enjoy your coffee, sir.
Yeah.
Grognak.
See, I don't feel
The Bat Babies.
39. So it's like, I don't feel like that. So it's hard to imagine my cousin's kids being as old as they are. What, Ducky? I know that, Ducky. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Hello, puppy. Yeah, I was born in May, so I'm like, it's already less than X amount of months to my birthday again. I'm just like, what? Did my birthday just happen? Yeah. I didn't hear. Yeah, I'm in May 24th. Yeah. Deck. Do you need to go outside? Yeah. Okay, I'll take you outside. Go on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Is it okay? I'm back. Oh. Took the dog out, gave them cookies, grabbed my cookies. Because I bought a box of these, they call them baked, chocolate mint, but I don't know if you guys got Girl Scout cookies up there or not. I'm pretty sure you don't. Okay. And, because Girl Scouts of America, they have Girl Scouts of Canada, basically. Anyway, yeah, the fudge mints, basically. And $1 a box, so every once in a while I'll pick up a box, and I'll put it in the fridge, and I'll eat a sleeve, which is like 16 cookies, and then I'll leave the other box in there, the other half in there for a day or two. Mm. What? Yeah. I got a half gallon of milk for like $2 there today. Mm-hmm. Milk, cheese, meat, all sorts of stuff. Honestly, it's kind of like it's kind of, the comparable is the Walmart, with the grocery store built in, but like, so you got all this other stuff like decorations and household cleaning and all that stuff on one side of the store. They've even started expanding into selling things like backpacks and little electronic toys and stuff like that there, but not for $1 though. It's like $5 or whatever, but it's still cheaper than someplace else. And then they've got the other section, which is like canned food, cookies. I got our egg noodle pasta and our spaghetti there today. Stuff like that, and a small produce and refrigerator freezer section. So I got sliced apples in a bag for for us to snack on. They got bananas there. In fact, the bananas that were there this time were really nice. It looked like they had just ripened. So. Cool. I can't get my passport until I get my birth certificate changed. Well, I have to change mine, otherwise it's going to have my other name on it. Whenever I get around to getting the paperwork done, because it doesn't cost a lot. It's only going to cost like, I think, $25. But I have to get a notarized affidavit. I have to get a letter from a doctor, and I have to fill out the paperwork, and then I have to send it all in. And right. So in order to change my name, well, my name's already changed legally. So all I have to do is get my gender changed. And that's what requires the doctor's note and the affidavit and everything. Otherwise, it'll say Derek and then F on everything forever. And then I can take that birth certificate and go to the Social Security office to get my Social Security information changed. And then from there, my passport will read the way it's supposed to. But if I were to go, but I don't even have a copy of my old birth certificate. We lost it in one of the moves over the last like 15 years. Yeah. Mm. I'm eating the cookies with milk. Yes. I got my mom a shit ton of espresso. The actual grounds. Because the dollar store had the bricks, the compressed bricks, for this fairly well-known Mexican brand. And I guess they came to the dollar store because some of them had punctures, so they weren't compressed and compact anymore. And like some of the shipments got damaged or something. And so I grabbed one brick from Dollar Tree, and I brought it home for my mom to try, and she loved it. So I was like, okay, I'll grab some more when I go. She's like, okay, grab 5. So when I went to the dollar store today to do some of the grocery shopping, I started grabbing the bricks and realized that there was only like 8 or 9 on the shelf. And so I just grabbed all of them. I was like, I'm grabbing all of them. And so, and I brought them home and I put them in the freezer. And Mom's like, what are you putting in there? I'm like, I'm putting your coffee in there on the shelf. She's like, you're putting my coffee in the freezer? I was like, yeah, you told me it helped keep it fresh longer. Because it does. Because it freezes the water in it. And she's like, how many did you buy? I said, 8 or 9. Because, that's all they had on the shelf. And I said, and I also showed her that some of them weren't compressed anymore. I said, so, I'm going to put them in there. Because I think only like 2 or 3 of the 8 or 9 was still packed right. Yeah. What was the temperature? Fahrenheit. I know, I was asking you to translate it to Fahrenheit by just saying Fahrenheit. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. It's currently 32 where I am. Yeah, that's in Celsius. It looks like it's going to get down to 19 before it starts climbing again. And that won't even happen till like 6:30 in the morning. Let's see, we're going to get to 30. What? Yeah, see, 19 is nice, but like that it doesn't. Our high tomorrow is going to be 34. The lowest day this week is going to be 29. Well, I don't know what our humidity is right now. So, let me switch it back to Fahrenheit so that I know what I'm looking at here. We have 22% humidity right now. I want to move to Colorado Springs. They get snow. I understand it gets really snowy up there because you guys are way farther from the equator. You guys are closer to frickin' the Arctic than just about anything else. So, you get too much snow for me. Colorado Springs gets maybe a couple of feet of snow. You know. I know. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what ours says about us, but normally we get hail here from time to time. But we've only gotten snow twice in my life that I know of. And the second time that it snowed was closer to the mountains than I currently am by a little bit, maybe 15 miles. And the minute the sun started coming up, the snow melted, and it was only like maybe half an inch max. Hmm? Mm. Okay. Colorado Springs is going to get more snow than, like, say, if we moved to Pueblo or, you know, whatever, because it's right next to the mountain. But, but I would rather live in Colorado Springs than Denver. Yeah, Colorado Springs is a military town. It's where the Air Force Academy for America is. But like I told Mom, it's a military town. It's smaller than Sacramento is currently, but not so small that we won't have good health care or, things to go do if we want to get out of the house. And it is also where one of our major military installations inside of a mountain is. It's where NORAD. Yeah, NORAD, the one that they use for like Stargate. Yeah, that's NORAD. That's Cheyenne Mountain. That's where that is in real life too. That's Colorado Springs is the town where all the military people that work there live. Along with the military Air Force Academy. So I told my mom, I was like, to me, because we're not physically fit enough to defend ourselves in case of attack or whatever. Not like, a burglar coming in, because that, we could work with that. But no, I'm talking about like invasion, or nuclear war. We're not, so if we live in Colorado Springs, most likely scenario, since all the military families and stuff live in Colorado Springs, they will be evac'd into the mountain in case of a disaster. So I was like, I told Mom, I was like, it would make sense for us to live there. Because it's just like there's another installation in near Washington D.C. That is there for the same reason. It's a fallback area for the government and military just in case of invasion or nuclear war. And so anybody who lives and works in the town nearby that place is most likely going to be moved into the mountain. I kind of wish that Stargate exists, though. Well, no, just think about it. I'm not just like the whole glamour of being able to work someplace like that and go through. Do you realize that once at the end of the series they announced the program to the world, to the public? Stephen Hawking had a theory, or basically a belief, that humanity's future was in the stars. That we could solve a lot of our overpopulation and stuff like that by sending people out to populate other worlds. Because we wouldn't be fighting for resources as much, we wouldn't be fighting for space, and so, it would help with a lot of the issues that we have here. No, because you would be sending people out there and they'd get their own space, their own land, their own job. They wouldn't have to worry about where the next meal would come from and stuff like that, because they would be working their own land and all that stuff. So crops don't grow sometimes, but you know what I mean. They would have their own stuff in abundance compared to the way it is now, where in some places in the world people can make $2,000, $3,000 a month and still be considered poor. So you send these people out to populate the stars, and if we had a Stargate, it would make it not only easier but much safer to do than the technology we currently have. Because right now, with the current technology that we have, since we don't have what they call a space elevator or a stairway to heaven, you have to be within a certain physical fitness and resiliency in order to be able to leave the planet. And since we don't have artificial gravity without having to rotate really fast, because there are places on the International Space Station where they have artificial gravity, but it's just because the rotation's faster. Anyway, but they even then they get sick because it's not enough. But so since we don't have artificial gravity, long trips even are not possible. Because the humans wouldn't be able to survive, the journey. So it would be so great if we had just that Stargate and we could just step through. Plus, could you imagine, there would be tons of people that would volunteer to go for either having their own religious freedom to live with however they want on the New World, or whatever, there'd be tons of people that would volunteer. And you could set rules, like if you're going to be like a fundamentalist, religious, whatever on your new planet, then you only get support for X amount of years, and then you're on your own because the government can't interfere or get involved in your shit, that kind of thing. It would be cool. Because then those planets would become their own entities, like their own countries, almost. And they'd have trade and all that stuff. But they wouldn't have to make war with each other. Of course, the religious people might. Depends. But they wouldn't have to make war with each other or anything like that, because if somebody didn't believe, or whatever, they could just leave the planet. Just walk through the gate. It'd be cool. Of course, and you got things like, some of the governments where they're like, you can't leave, blah, blah, blah.
But Cosmo's really good with Sean.
But yeah, lots of things. The human condition makes for, like, so many pure mutations that you can't guess everything. Back to... Well, yeah, but you wouldn't put settlers on it. If there was people there, you'd have to either negotiate, which I wouldn't do because of humanity's history with that kind of stuff, or you just find a new place and you make them into a trading partner, or if they're an enemy, whatever.
Vault-Tec calling.
Good morning.
Isn't it?
Be interesting.
Just look at that sky out there. You can't begin to know how happy.
Of course, if it was set in the Stargate universe, we'd have to wait until after the Gould and the Ori are taken care of, because otherwise, oh fuck.
Then I'm glad you caught up with me.
Oh, and don't send anybody to the Pegasus Galaxy, because, race.
No idea. Now, I know you're a busy fellow, so I won't take up much of your time. Time being
I own almost everything. I have the two. I don't do Stargate Universe because it sucked. But I have Atlantis, the original Stargate TV show, the original movie, and I think I'm only missing one of the TV movies for the show. I've got the Ark of Truth, but I think I'm missing the other one, which I think is Continuum or something like that. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, I'm a big geek.
Total atomic annihilation. I just need to verify some information. That's all.
Sure, let's do it.
Splendid.
Yeah.
Splendid.
I like anything that's like kind of a modern urban sci-fi. I've got like Fringe, Warehouse 13, Haven. I've watched Sequest, but way back in the day, Jonathan Brandis and everything, but I don't have it on DVD, and it's been a long time since I watched it. I remember I liked some of the episodes, but most of them I thought were super heavy-handed when it came to environmental causes and shit. And so even back then I was just like, totally thrown off on that, because it was billed as Star Trek but in the water, and it didn't turn out to be anything like that. sliders. I have sliders. Yes. Yes. What's that? Yeah. What do I want to name him? What do I want to name my character? Yeah, I liked Quantum Leap. In fact, a couple of my favorite episodes are talked about fairly often in fanfic, like the Dr. Ruth episode, and I liked it when he was in that one episode with the mobsters, where he had to like make sure that the groom and his fiancée didn't get killed, you know. And then there was the one where they dealt with an interracial relationship back when it was illegal, you know, stuff like that. I loved it, but like, it is so hard to find for a decent price on DVD, and they don't sell a box set. They only sell the individual seasons. They need to make an updated DVD set as a whole set, and then I'll buy it. Let's name him Jesse Walker. Do you like Bones? I like Bones. Yeah, I have to catch up. The last time I was watching it actively, Brennan had just gone on the run with the kids. So that was quite a bit ago. So and I vaguely remember anything up to that. So I'm gonna have to rewatch it. But it's the DVD set's in my wish list. It's gonna cost like $70 to get. So I've been putting it off until the price goes down, or until we've got the extra money to do it. My mom's got Monk, the entire series. That one's good too. If you like Bones, you'd probably like Monk.
That's like a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
Yeah, see, I'm not a Glee person. I read the fanfic mainly because I did try to watch the first season, but it was just way over the top campy for me. Just way too much. And this is somebody who watches like the Toxic Avenger and, you know, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and I'm saying this is too campy. So.
You heard Codsworth.
But I fell in love with Quinn and Rachel and Santana. So like, I read the fanfic making them lesbians. I know Santana's technically gay, but like still, you know what I mean. My favorite is Quinn and Rachel. Well, no. I did watch bits and clips and stuff like that when you know, when it would come across my Tumblr, or, you know, somebody would talk about it on YouTube or whatever. And
What's wrong?
I bought one of their songs on MP3, and it's the only one I bought, and it's the I Feel Pretty Unpretty, which is the only time Quinn and Rachel sang together. And they did. By the end of the series, they did.
Oh, no.
They were roommates.
That's confirmed reports.
Are you kidding me?
Reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Oh my God.
We need to get to the vault now.
They got along fantastic right until the actress that plays Rachel got all weird because of the rumors about them actually being together and shit. And because they were roommates and they were really close, you know? And then she started dating the guy that played, Corey. And I'm sorry. For all the things I've heard people talk about him, he was not a good person. Either because of the drugs or whatever. He was not a good person. And from what I understand, she deeply loved him. But,
We need to get in. We're on the list.
Infant, adult male.
But now she's married to somebody else and, all that stuff.
Good luck, ma'am.
So,
What's going to happen to all those people outside the gate?
but they were so close that people speculated that they were gay together. So, I don't know. But the characters themselves got along just fine by the end of the show. And it wasn't until after the actress that played Quinn made the decision not to do the college years stuff.
I love you.
Because she wanted to be in movies. That she stopped appearing on the show a lot.
Hold on.
Of course, I didn't like the college stuff anyway. Just the plot. I didn't watch it, but I heard about the plot. Like the whole Rachel baby scare and the gigolo and, like, fucking really? Like I said, I read a lot of fanfic. So I know a lot about the show. But they should have made Rachel and Quinn become best friends and shit.
Everyone please step off the elevator and proceed up the stairs in an orderly fashion.
There wouldn't be drama.
We'll get everyone situated in your new home. Vault 111. A better future.
It's just like the whole Santana and Britney thing. Excess drama just for the sake of it. They couldn't have not one awesome relationship that was healthy and stayed together in that entire freaking show.
This way, please. Just this way. Welcome. Pick up a seat.
We'll need your suits before we can take you further.
Thanks. What now?
Just follow the doctor. He'll show you where to go.
All right, you two. Follow me.
Let's see.
See? This is our new home.
I like the Pitch Perfect movies, though.
This is one of our most advanced facilities.
I believe I have the first two. I don't think I bought the third one.
Our home. Everything we have.
But I'm not sure. I'd have to go through, because I can see Pitch Perfect 2 from my chair. And I know I have Pitch Perfect 1.
We'll be going over all that in orientation. Just a few
I love Becca. She is my favorite character. I mean, Chloe's cool too, but I love Becca. And I've been following that actress since she was very young.
Who's my little guy?
She was in this independent film called Camp. And she played this type A personality who was trying to be an assistant to the star female of the camp. She's like the understudy, and she actually poisons gently, not deadly, poisons her so that she can play the role, and it's hilarious. It's like a really weird combination of Wednesday Addams meets a musical, because she was constantly dour and dark, and and then she poisons her castmate with light. It's great. I have that on DVD.
Procedure complete. In 5, 4, 3.
But she's been able to sing forever. Cause she just totally killed that song in Camp. And the next thing I see is her in Pitch Perfect, and I'm just like, that is just awesome. And now she does commercials. Have you seen the commercial? Well, she's done a couple of them, but yeah, that hotel has got like two different types of the hotel, two or three different types that she's done. One of them, she's like in the lobby talking to her friend. Another one, she like is randomly changing clothes. And then I think there's one more, but I'm not sure. I keep randomly seeing them because of YouTube. Yeah. I saw her the first time I ever saw her, though, that I can remember, and actually, that she made an impact, was Camp. I know she's done quite a few different movies since then, and since Pitch Perfect and everything, but those are the only ones that I've been interested in watching or seeing. It's just like there's two other actresses that I've watched since they were young. One of them is Eliza Dushku, and she's the same age as I am. Her birthday's in December. And I've watched her since that night, the movie That Night with Patricia Arquette, and when she was like 12,
come on.
I think.
Oh, God!
And then she was in this movie called Into the Sun, I think that's the name of it, where she was part of a solar car racing team.
I'll find you.
And then she did Buffy.
I promise.
And Bring It On and all that stuff. So I've watched her all the way up through her career. And then Kristen Stewart was the other one, because she was, yeah. Well, no, I didn't watch the Twilight movies, believe it or not. I read the fanfic. Didn't watch any of the movies. Didn't even read the books. No, she was in this kids movie called To Catch a Kid, where she played the leader of this band of kids that tested security systems, like breaking through them, stuff like that, and then she was in quite a few different things. But yeah, I like her. My favorite movie of hers is American Ultra, which is great. She's also good in Adventureland and a few other ones, but I think she was like 10 or something like that in To Catch a Kid. She's very young. I'm not super older than her. I mean, but still, she was very young.
Giant roaches?
I also like her attitude with like paparazzi and shit. Have you ever watched her TMZ videos, the little snippets that they get of her? Oh, she loves to flip them off. She'll be going along catwalk in like an airport, in a public area where they can't tell the press to leave, and they'll be screaming at her and filming her and stuff like that, and she'll just look at them and then flip them off and keep walking. She's a lot like what is her name? Jodie Foster. She likes acting and everything, but she doesn't like the over the top interest in her life. And so she is never violent or anything with the paparazzi, but she's not kind with them, and she especially does not like. If you've noticed, she's kind of clammed up especially since they forced her out of the closet. The fuckers called her mom and tricked her mom into revealing that she was dating a girl. Because they wanted to know, just because, they wanted to know. And so she's been much more careful than she was before. And I still think that was fucked up that they because in Hollywood, you shouldn't do that kind of shit. It can have major repercussions, even to this day, with people's careers and shit. And, the only reason anybody found out about Jodie Foster is because of her ex. Her ex is hella bitter about being dumped for somebody younger. And is what I get the gist of from the things that they were saying on the internet. And so her ex totally outed her to the media. But Kristen Stewart was just being herself, and people started speculating, and then people got way too nosy. So just let people live their freaking lives. Now, if they want to put themselves out there, like, Scarlett Johansson just did with, supporting Woody Allen, then, yeah, go ahead and attack them, their opinion anyway. I'm not talking about physically. Go ahead and attack their opinion or whatever. But if they're not out there putting their business out in the open, leave them the fuck alone. And it's been this bad. It's been this bad since the golden age of movies. I mean, Marlon Brando, Brock Hudson. Brock Hudson was gay, and the movie studio forced him to get married and all sorts of other things to keep it all hidden. And the press kept, the paparazzi and the press kept going and going and going, speculating and all this other shit. Marlon Brando had to hide his own sexuality. He wasn't gay; he was bi, if I remember correctly. But he had to hide his own sexuality, during that time period where he was like super popular and young and everything, because of stupid shit. Like, leave these people alone. Neil Patrick Harris had to hide his sexuality for his entire career until the last about 15 years. Yeah. He hid his sexuality until about, I think, midway through How I Met Your Mother's life period on TV. Halfway through its running, and even then, after he came out, people started being in awe about how he could play such a straight womanizer. And I'm like, he's an actor. That's his job. If he wasn't believable, you guys wouldn't keep hiring him and following him around and... Have you ever watched the TV show True Blood? You know the guy that played Lafayette?
Enjoy your return to
completely.
service, and thank you for choosing.
Yeah, the black gay guy. Yeah, that actor, he's passed away, which is sad. But that actor was completely straight in real life. He died of some kind of heart condition that he's had for like his entire life, or had for his entire life. I still don't understand why the woman that played Suki married the guy that played Bill in real life. I still don't understand it, but that's just personal preference. So he's very much older than she is, and in my opinion, not all that great looking. But I don't know anything about his personality, so that's kind of shallow of me. Yeah. I mean, he's not horrible looking, but he's just not my taste. So. But then again, I tend to like, rugged pretty boys like, Dean Winchester. So. Even back when I was in high school and I was like, a Backstreet Boy and NSYNC fan and all that stuff, the ones that I liked JC out of NSYNC. He was like other than Chris, he was like the least popular member when it came to like getting crushes and collecting stuff with his face on it. And I liked him. Everybody else was like, oh Joey, oh Justin, whatever, fuck you. And then for Backstreet Boys, I liked Brian, and Brian is not the most conventional looking guy. Nick was okay until he got into the drugs and he started looking all strung out and dirty looking. You didn't know he had a drug problem, right? Okay. His little brother Aaron got the same problem. I think that family just does not do fame very well. Yeah. That was one strong radroach. It threw the wastebasket across the room like the Hulk of radroaches. It would be sad, but if I had that kind of money, I would not only be doing my road trip that I've been wanting to do forever, but I'd be collecting things like, Fallout merchandise and, life-sized Yodas and, geek stuff. And I would probably invest in my own pot farm. Yeah. But that would be the drug, that would be it for drugs. It'd be pot. So. You guys could travel, you could have your own house or condo. Yes. You pay off the car or get a new car if you wanted to. Move closer to the kiddo.
That's it.
If you wanted to. Stuff like that. I can't see either one of you becoming like, rockstar lifestyle type people. Yeah. Right now, I'd get us a new car. Pay off my credit card. Get us a new place. Mom says she'll move with me to Colorado Springs. but she also wishes that we could kind of stay here, but she also knows that California is getting really bad. And because of my political and personal beliefs, I have a less likely chance of finding a romantic partner. Because California is a major place where conservatives are not welcome. So, I thought they fixed it, but maybe not. Especially if you're like gay or whatever, 'cause yeah. So like moving someplace else where there will be more conservatives, or at least like-minded people, like a military town, would be better. Why? What's in Ontario? I just don't know what's there. The only place that I've ever know anything slightly about is, and that's only because movies were filmed there, was I think Toronto. But like I said, it's only because movies and stuff were made there. Like yeah, but the stuff that I remember that off the top of my head, it was all in Toronto. I think like they filmed the Canadian-U.S. version of Queer as Folk, I believe, in Toronto, if I remember correctly. So I know what some of the buildings look like. But yeah. Take all, yes. Yeah. Right now, the most popular place to film in the United States is Georgia, the state of Georgia. Yeah. Of course, there was this big hoodoo because they passed this abortion bill, basically, that said that if the heart has started beating, then you cannot abort the child. And a lot of Hollywood people didn't like that because it's a woman's choice to choose or whatever. And that wasn't dismissive. I'm just I believe in choice, but I also wouldn't personally do it, or advocate for it if my kid was on the line. In fact, that was one of the things my mom and I agreed about when I was in high school before I knew I was trans and everything, is that if I got pregnant, I would be keeping the kid. Period. It's a good thing that I wasn't really interested in sex or, anything like that during high school. Yeah, so all Hollywood, directors and actors and stuff were like, we're gonna boycott, Georgia because, this thing here, because it should be a woman's right to choose, and everything, because it's her body, and whatnot. And then I read an article, not too long ago, like earlier today, that all that hoodoo that they'd made about the whole thing, there's still going to be over 40 movies being made in Georgia, and there's still going to be a bunch of TV shows that have been being made there, including Stranger Things, that are going to continue to be made there. The Umbrella Academy? cool. I didn't really get into that. I mean, it's cool that it's being filmed there. I really couldn't get into the show. It just... The acting was good. The premise is good. It's just the way they implemented it is just not cool. And I don't like some of the, like, making the siblings, one of the siblings the villain. I didn't like that. Especially since all the kids were trying to, you know, make it up to her, you know, and you know, get back together as a family. They were all actually trying. They still allowed her to get all twisted anyway. No, bad. It's another one of those drama for drama's sakes things. Why can't we just have some lighthearted, you know, dysfunctional, like the family thing where they have to learn to get along again, you know, and just have it be a meaningful message film about the love of family. No, they have to get all, like, dramatic and shit. It's like that TV show for teenagers that is, like, all the rage right now, the 13 Reasons Why. Why? Why? Teenagers are already at high risk on suicide, and then they have a TV show that's about nothing but fucking suicide. What the hell? And it's targeting teenagers specifically. It's not like it's one of those things where it's an adult show that's targeting adults, but it's about teenagers like 90210, you know? No. It's like, why? Why? Nobody can explain it to me. It's just like the whole, like, allowing your kids to be emo and listen to emo rock. Why? Kids are already fucked up mess. You know, especially teenagers because of like stuff that they think matters that doesn't really matter in the long run because they just don't have the life experience to know this yet. And and then you let them listen to music that doesn't give them any kind of positive feeling? What? Why? We need to get back to stuff that made you feel good when you watch it. I mean, admittedly, Bill Cosby's kind of a taboo topic in some circles now, but like the Cosby Show, when it was actually running, the actual show, take away the whole Cosby thing, but like the actual show, they dealt with hard-hitting reality topics in a way that didn't feel too bad. It didn't make you want to cry at the end of an episode. You always felt good near the end. Even when they were dealing with, you know, the drug use of their oldest daughter in the show and everything. You know, it was done in such a way that you didn't feel super depressed after watching an episode. You know, and that's my biggest bitch. Well, they've got Fuller House, but apparently Fuller House actually kind of sucked. Yeah. And it doesn't help that Candace Cameron, along with her brother, has a certain reputation anymore because of their religious zealotry. You know, we're Christian and, you know, you have to listen to us, otherwise you're going to go to hell and, you know, all that crap. You know, that's what originally caused the problems in Growing Pains. And why eventually it just, like, stopped running. Is because Kirk Cameron became so overzealous with his born-again Christian stuff that he actually started making the other actors and actresses on set uncomfortable. It's just like Will Smith, you know, becoming, you know, big-headed on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And stuff. Young actors. Anyway. Yeah, I heard that. You told me that. And you're like, he's not even blue. I'm like, what do you mean he's not even blue? What the fuck? He looks like just a normal person, and I'm like, what? What the... Oh, that's bullshit. It's a genie. And for all we know, Aladdin could be crazy and be talking to air, okay? It's a thing. Oy. Besides the... Yeah, I don't think I know a lot of people liked the whole Beauty and the Beast remake and all that stuff with Emma Watson. But, like, I have not liked not one of their live-action movie remakes. No. No. If you're gonna make a live-action, do something else. Don't remake your own shit. Talk about fucking lazy creativity-wise. It's like... That was my one big... That was my one big bitch about Ghostbusters, to get off the Disney one.
Sweet.
It did... other than the fact that all of the women that were in the movie, all the actresses, were complete assholes on social media, okay, when people got upset. But it wasn't a sequel. They tried to remake the original. Yeah. They basically tried to reboot the series and change up the story and everything. And that's what pissed off a lot of people like me who are fans of the original two movies. You know, if you want to be like, if you want to go into a well-loved series, don't do a remake and then not pay homage to the original in some fashion, or disrespect the original fans. You know, don't do that. It's stupid. I didn't really care much about that. If they had done, see, the original movie was a comedy, but it wasn't like an over-the-top campy piece of shit like the new one is. You know, they did some stereotypes, but generally it was smart comedy. You know, but the new one, it kind of like the new Transformers movies, went over the top cheesy. And just, I didn't even watch I watched the very first Transformers movie, and I was going to watch the others until I heard about the whole, like, you know, wrecking ball testicle joke. That's just too much. No. It's just too much. Yeah. Respect the source material. That's all they gotta do. And nobody would be super mad at them. But nobody respects the source material anymore. Oh, cool, I can build a Vault 101 and a Vault 81 jumpsuit from the chemistry station. Yeah, because you know, Robin Williams, it hasn't been very long since Robin Williams passed away. I mean, it's been just a short time that when people heard about the Jumanji remake, they were pissed until they realized that it wasn't actually a remake, it was a continuance. And then everybody fell in love with The Rock because they put that homage to Robin Williams' character in the movie, and they found his character's house in Jumanji, and so yeah, it's awesome. It's so awesome. Basically, instead of a board game, the Jumanji board morphed into like a video game console, like an old school like NES type thing. And these kids got detention, and they were cleaning out this room, and they found the system, decided to play. And they get sucked into Jumanji. Instead of Jumanji coming to them, they get sucked into Jumanji. And they end up having to embody the avatars that they choose. Because it's like an old school group RPG, so each one has set skills and, stuff like that. So they had to choose a character. One of the characters was already taken, because it turns out back in like the 70s or something like that, somebody got sucked in. Because it looked like I said, an old school like Atari or NES or whatever. And so yeah, it's cool. I don't want to give too much away, but it's awesome. And the homage that they made sure to put into the movie about Robin's character Alan, it's beautiful. It's beautifully done. And they're making another one. So it was that popular. So yeah, I love The Rock. No, it was a continuance. The Rock actually went on to social media and stuff when people started freaking out. He actually went out there and told people, he's like, this is not a remake. We're not taking this away from Robin. None of this stuff. This is not a remake. This is a continuation of what is possible for the Jumanji series. Because they show you in the beginning of the original Jumanji the different permutations and time periods that it went through to get to the 90s. So this is just a continuance of that, because remember Kristen Dunst's character and her little brother or whatever, they didn't remember, so like Robin Williams' character threw it away or tried to get rid of it or whatever, and you could, at the end of the movie, you could, those brothers found it or whatever it was at the end where the people found it. So it's like the curse of the monkey paw. You can't get rid of it. Somebody's always going to find it. I gotta get that series on DVD. The Twilight Zone. The original black and white. And partly color. I like it. Well, most of the TV shows about irony. So, like one of my favorite episodes is the guy who was always complaining about people interrupting his reading. He becomes the last man on Earth and has tons of time to read without interruption, and he breaks his glasses. And he can't repair them. So now he's, forever can't read. Or the one where this army guy goes into this town, and then slowly but surely people start missing in town and nobody notices, and then until he wakes up and he's totally alone. And then at the end of the episode, you find out that it was actually a test on the isolation of astronauts and what would happen to their mental capacity as time went on. So he was crazy. He had gone crazy and didn't know what reality was anymore. Stuff like that is great. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, that's because the Gremlin one was from the movie. And the movie was made in, like, the 80s. So, a lot of the the people our age, roughly, you know, have probably seen parts of the movie, if not seen the entire movie, but haven't watched the original series. It's just like, you know, the original Star Trek was very much more understated and cheesy, but still more understated and more talking than action because of the effects and stuff of the time period. So the messages were deeper than in like a lot of the newer Star Treks. Because they didn't have anything flashy to distract you with. Don't get me wrong, I like the Kelvin alternate universe. The Kelvin universe is interesting. You know, the origin stories for the characters and everything, especially Kirk, is interesting, but I like my original timeline. Of course, I'm a Picard and I like Janeway. I get so much shit online for liking Janeway. Well, no, everybody thinks she was a shit captain, and I'm like, what the fuck? Name one captain in the history of Star Trek that got abandoned in the middle of fucking nowhere and had to survive by, you know, the skin of their teeth and could do a better job. Q respected her so much he made her his godmother for his kid. You know, he still fucked with Picard and never respected him half as much as he did Janeway. And he respected Picard, don't get me wrong, but not as much as he did Janeway. Don't get me wrong. There were some episodes and storylines that were iffy, like when Janeway and Tom Paris turned into those creatures on that planet and mated and had kids. That was a little weird. Don't get me wrong. But every single Star Trek had weird-ass episodes. I mean, it's the most iconic, but it is one of the weirdest. Picard ended up trapped on a planet with a guy who couldn't even speak the same language, and they started doing the same things about Tatunga or whatever at the close. And the fuck? The whole episode was about body language communication to protect each other from the thing that was hunting them. You know, that was it. Or the one where they kind of copied the original series, and they all got trapped in the holodeck, and they didn't know they were trapped in the holodeck. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, they did something kind of like that in Voyager 2, where I think it was the Harrigan or whatever. The Harrigan got them trapped on. No, that was a fanfic. Never mind. What, Mom? Okay. I just heard shouting, so I was checking. I don't have enough money to collect all the Star Trek. In order to collect all the Star Trek, I would have to have hundreds of dollars, because I'd have to get the original series, I'd have to get the New Generation, I'd have to get Voyager, you know, Deep Space Nine, plus all the original movies, and the Generation movies, and the Kelvin movies, and I'm just like, it's just too much right now.
Doesn't matter how long it's been.
I never got into Enterprise, and I haven't gotten into Discovery either. But it had its moments, though. There was a few episodes that I liked, and I was rooting for Odo and Kira to get together. I didn't like the fact that they killed off Jadzia and replaced her with a mouse. But, you know...
Codsworth, you're acting...
And then there was that whole controversy where Jadzia kissed a woman. Which was weird. That was all weird. But... it had its moments. Like, I liked Quark. I liked Odo. Keanu Reeves was awesome. I didn't like the fact that they basically made Cisco into a messiah. That was a little weird. But, you know, it's not unheard of in that universe. So, I mean, look what happened with Kirk and that one movie. It wasn't the first one. It was... Yeah, at least I don't think it was the first one. No, the one with Kirk where it was an actual original series movie. They were traveling with this guy who was convinced that he had found God. And Kirk... It's been so long since I watched it. I can see the guy who thought he had found God. I can see the character in my mind. I just can't remember the name of the movie or the rest of the plot. Voyage Home's my favorite one. That's the one with the whales. So, yes, that's the one. I actually have a San Diego Comic-Con edition bobblehead of Spock and the whales where the tails wag. I also have 2 Tribbles. Yeah, I bought one of them from my grandfather, and then I inherited it when he passed away. And that one, if you put batteries in it and you toss it or you bump it with your hand, it actually makes the noise and vibrates. Yeah. The other one I got from Loot Crate, and it's just like a stuffy. But it's in the original box it came in on a shelf. Unlike the other one that I got my grandfather. Yeah. I'm telling you, if I had the money, we would be overflowing with collectibles from different things, from Star Trek to Fallout to, you know, Terminator to whatever. I'd have so much shit. I'd have to build shelves going along the top of the wall for my pop vinyls and stuff like that. Yeah. I would literally have a gaming room. Just take, whether it's the living room or an extra bedroom, you know, whatever. I'd have a gaming room. So like there would be, you know, console, big TV. You know, they make TVs that look like gigantic mirrors now. Yeah, or like paintings on the wall when you're not using them. Yeah. Would totally get one of those, because then I could, like, you know, display, you know, wallpapers from my favorite games and stuff, fading in and out and whatever, as art. Be awesome. And then that would be hooked up to probably about a $10,000 to $20,000 gaming PC, with the prices the way they are now, and consoles, and a 7.1 surround sound system, and the whole 9 yards. I'm a huge geek. But yeah, no, I've built like the best gaming computer you could possibly get on one of the custom building sites before, and it would, if I got everything I could possibly want and I could pay, you know, if I made tons of money and I didn't have to worry about a budget, my gaming computer to upgrade to would be in the $10,000 to $15,000 range. And that's because it would be like, you know, 8 to 10 terabytes of space, and, you know, 2 video cards, and, you know, tons of RAM, and the best processor. But I wouldn't have to upgrade it for 5 to 10 years either. So, what's up?
Did you buy peanut butter?
No, I forgot. I wasn't at a regular grocery store either. I'd rather... I'm going out again tomorrow to Dollar Tree. I'll pick you up peanut butter then. Because remember, I have to go get your popcorn. Is that coffee I smell? Okay. My nose is not used to the smell all the time right now because it's not winter time, and so it always smells like something's burning or something to me at first. I know. In wintertime, I'll have the sugar-free cider and the latte things that I bought and cocoa. I don't really drink coffee. Not unless it's flavored like mocha or pumpkin spice, and usually cold. I don't like hot coffee. Just like I don't like hot tea most of the time. So.
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, sir.
In the wintertime, I'll drink hot, tea and hot coffees from time to time, but I prefer, like, frappuccinos and iced tea.
I did find
so.
Holiday. I believe the missus was going to present it to you.
Okay. Alright, later. Night. Alright! You guys got my total attention. I will stop pausing and being all weird.
Thank you, Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together?
All right.
Sure.
Lead the way.
How to serve, sir.
I didn't kill the bloatflies in that house, I believe.
Picking up off. Found you.
Yep. That's what I get for being distracted.
Hey.
Mr. Walker, your family isn't here either. They're really gone, aren't they?
Sean's out there, Codsworth. I need to find him.
What about Colin?
Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
Good luck, sir. You'll find young Sean. I know you will. I shall remain here and secure the home.
You do that. He hit it all the way outside the window. That's funny. Alright. Picking up things that I can sell. Technically I can sell everything in here, but I'm not gonna do that now. No. Stand back. For a second before I remembered that I was distracted, and that's why he was talking about going and searching, because I finally remembered that the bloatflies I didn't get rid of them. I was totally freaking out that the mods had fucked with the game, because that's happened before, where the mods just so fucked with the game that it just like goes, I don't know, like, what am I supposed to be doing? You're supposed to be, having Codsworth do this. No, I'm gonna have Codsworth stand there and look at the wall. Okay! I haven't found any t-shirts. Like from the Creation Club yet. In the game. That's frustrating. 'Cause they're like, other than vault suits, they're like one of my favorite things to wear in the game. Oh wait, I was gonna go over here. They make this, which technically would make a great starting area, other than the fact that you're not allowed to edit it at all. This space would be great if you could take all the junk out of it and redo it a little bit. It'd make a great player home, especially at the beginning, or if you don't want to make the settlements, because you don't have to go and get the people from Concord at all. You could leave them there to fight raiders for the rest of their lives, eternity, whatever. But they made it so that you can't edit down here at all. At least, I'm gonna try it. Nope, can't edit at all. And I hadn't tried it in a while, so I was like, okay, I'll try it. And it would be great if you could. I mean, you wouldn't even, just like this, the barrels. I'm not talking about the sandbags or the cinder blocks. Just, everything else. Like the shelving, being able to change the bed, taking out or replacing the wooden crate, that kind of thing. Because it would be just enough space to put some storage, a bed, that kind of thing in here. You wouldn't be able to fit in the, you'd maybe be able to fit maybe 2 or 3 of the workbenches, but it would be really cramped. Or maybe all the workbenches. Because if they let it so you could get rid of this area, you could put the power armor place right here, and then you could put like the armor workbench, the gun workbench, the chem station over here, and then your bed could technically fit right here. It'd be awesome. I wish I could mod. Because that would be cool. Like, mod it so it looks like a finished underground bunker. That kind of thing. Be cool. I tried to mod once. I am no good at that. I don't understand enough about games and math and stuff like that to do that. I could, my goal is to someday learn 3D modeling and texturing and animation. And so that would be my contribution in the future, is to create the models and textures and let somebody else do the scripting and crap. Anyway, okay. I wish you could see what they look like. I mean, you can if you do them on the... and then go look, but that's not what I mean. I'll name that one for my companion. That's going to be permanent. Okay. I know where to get more hub flour. Yay! Yeah. I was itching my face. Sorry. I need to build some stuff so I can see better. Hold on. Hello, Ducky. What do you want? Do you need outside? Okay, give me a second. I must have passed them on my way to ones that I was using. There it is. I don't like that. Kind of reminds me of the Nuka Shine. So I like that, okay. Okay. Hello, Ducky. America. You have to go outside. I know you have to go outside. I'm the one that asked. Being a little dick. Stop. Stop. Give me a second, okay? Stop. Stop. Give me a little bit, okay? Stop. Give me a second. Okay, all the important things are here. Wait. Okay, guys. I am actually gonna stop streaming. Oh wait, is that you, Mid? Because I thought you were gonna take longer. And so I was gonna stop streaming for now. Cause, yeah. If it's you, then I'll keep going. Dog's whining at me. Okay. Then I will stay. I forgot to go in here and pick up Grognak in the other book. Give me a second, dog.
Excellent.
He's whining at me. I'll be right back. I'm back. I had the dog out. You have to reboot your phone. Okay. Alright. Okay. I gotta give the dogs their cookies before they try to kill me for not rewarding them for going outside and being good boys. And then tomorrow, after I come back from the dollar store trip, because I'll do that right away, I'll get another one of their chicken things. I got them some of that dried out chicken jerky stuff, and I cut the first one in half so they'll have like 6 of them between the two of them. You know, 3 apiece. 3 or 4. I didn't count. That'll be cool. Alright. Okay. Sitting back down. Oh yeah. Anyway, this lighted area right here is because this is where Carla usually stands, is in this area. So it makes it easier to see her and everything when I do it. I wonder, that would be a good thing to test. I'm gonna do it right here. Stairs. And then you go over, I believe it's here, miscellaneous, yep. Excuse me. Like that, and then usually in most of the places where I've seen these, they usually do like one near the middle, which I can't do because of the way it's situated. I would have to do like that to keep it, to keep the symmetry, and then that. And so like instead of those, you know, the street lights, I do something like this where the street comes through here, and then I could put like the strings of the white bulbs instead, and then Carla could just stand there and smoke. I'll have to try that another time. Mainly because I already put in the work to build it the way I did. Alright. Oh man, now I gotta go do the Christmas thing all over again. Because I'm gonna want to build my own place somewhere that's not sanctuary eventually, like out in the swamp area or you know, somewhere out there. Guess I could do a red rocket build again, but I've done that like a lot. My two favorite builds are Grey Garden and Outposts Zamora, I think it is, because you can build up on the freeway overpass off the ground. I don't always go for realism when it comes to my builds for player homes. Come here. Good boy.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself? You want to come with me, pal? Okay, then. Let's stick together.
No, I've never played this game. There might be a delay. Because when I came back after you had messaged me saying you had to reboot your phone, I saw your hello. So I don't know. Let me try stopping the broadcast and restarting it and see if that helps.